Okay. Hello everyone. We are from Group 4. Before we start presentation, let me introduce our group. I am Ayu Alfi Syahrina, class number 072 as first presenter and moderator. And next,
My name is Fernolivia Candradiva with the last name number 083.
My name is Muhammad Najwan Alfatah with list number of 0061.
My name is Althof Ath-Thobarani with last student number 070.
My name is Ikhsan Wahyu N with last number 0075.
My name is Rakha Pradipa Farhan with last name 0107.
okay. I will start presentation. We will presentation about syntax. What is syntax? The term syntax comes from the ancient Greek syntaxis, syn and taxis, which means arrangement or setting out together. The way in which words are put together to form sentence is called the syntax of the language. In the other words, we can say syntax is the branch of linguistics that study the rules on how sentence structures are combined to form grammatical sentences. Syntax according to experts. Harnett 2002 claims that syntax is studies of level language that lies between words and the meaning of utterance. Sentence artinya sintaksis merupakan ilmu bahasa yang mempelajari tentang kata dan makna ujaran dalam sebuah kalimat. Miller 2002 claims that syntax has to do with how words are put together to build phrases, how phrases are put together to build clauses, and how clauses are put together to build sentences. Artinya, sintaksis berkaitan dengan bagaimana kata-kata disatukan untuk membangun frasa, kemudian frasa disatukan untuk membangun klausa, dan bagaimana klausa disatukan untuk membentuk kalimat. Next.
Speech. Part of speech is basic unit of sentence. To understand sentence structure, we must learn to recognize these basic units. Recognizing this part of speech can be used two approaches, that is, traditional and descriptive. The traditional approach uses intuition to determine them, whereas descriptive approach uses formal properties of language, like morphological and syntactic, to recognize them. Next. Word class. Word class terbagi dalam beberapa macam. The first one is noun. Noun is a word which name a person, place, or thing. Example, like Thomas, motorcycle. Pronoun, a word which can replace a noun, like she, he, it. Verb, a word which name an action or a state of being, like run or hit. Adjective, a word which modify a noun. Example, like handsome, pretty, and busy. Adverb, a word which modify a verb, adjective, or adverb, like quickly and very. Preposition, a word which shows relationship between a noun or pronoun with another word in a sentence. Determiner, a word that is used before a noun to determine or indicate whether something specific or particular is being referred to. The last, conjunction, a word which connect word or phrases. Next. Phrase class. Phrase is a group of words that stand together as a single grammatical unit, typically as part of a clause or a sentence. A phrase usually does not contain a subject and verb. There are 5 kinds of phrase, namely noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and prepositional phrase. As you can see di bawah ada phrase structure rules. A phrase structure rules is a series of rewrite rules. These rules break down sentence, establishing their basic structure regardless of the final form the sentence may take after transformational rules have applied. Each rules in a basic structure rule have the form, which mean X consists of Y and Z. But keep in mind that this phrase structure rules is for English. The first rule reads as or sentence consists of a noun phrase followed by verb phrase. Second rule reads a noun phrase consists of an optional determiner followed by a noun. The third rule reads a verb phrase minimally consists of a verb, but optionally you get a noun phrase and prepositional phrase. The fourth rule reads a prepositional phrase always consists of preposition followed by a noun phrase. Next. What is noun phrase? A noun phrase is a phrase that performs similarly like nouns. Noun phrase often function as verb, subjects, and objects, as predicative expression, and as complements of preposition. Next. Example, like the young man threw the old dog a bone. The grandma whispered softly. Ini ada tree diagramnya. The nice unicorn. Ini adalah noun phrase. The-nya sebagai determiner, nice-nya sebagai adjective, unicorn-nya sebagai noun.
Verb phrase. What is verb phrase? Verb phrase is syntactic unit composed of at least one verb and its dependents, which are objects, complements, and other elements. With verb phrases express an idea but cannot stand alone as a sentence. They can also include modifier, complements, and direct or indirect object as complete verb phrases. Function. Verb phrases can be defined as part of a clause or sentence comprising a verb and at the same time describe more information about the subject. It can also be described as a phrase that acts as an adverb or adjective and comprises a verb and its complements, which may be either modifier or object. Next. Types of verb phrase. Finite. They are used only in present and past tense. 2. Verb that have a definite relation with the subject or noun. 3. These verbs are usually the main verb of a clause or sentences and can be changed according to the noun. Non-finite. 1. They do not indicate any tense, mood, or gender. 2. They are also used to form non-finite clauses which are simply dependent clauses that use non-finite verbs. 3. They cannot be the main verb of a clause or sentences as they do not talk about action that is being performed by the subject or noun. Next. Example, finite, she walks home. Here we see that the finite verb is walks. Finite, she walked home. Here we can see how the verb changes based on the tense of the sentence. Non-finite, he loved camping in the woods. Here the non-finite verb is camping and it is used as a noun. This kind of non-finite verb are gerunds. Di sini ada tiga diagram yang bisa dilihat di sini. Next. What adjective phrase? What is adjective phrase? An adjective phrase is defined as a group of words that together function and as an adjective. That means the phrase itself acts as an adjective in sentences. And an adjective phrase includes at least one adjective along with at least one other word. All of the words that modify or complements to adjective are part of the overall adjective phrase. Function. The function of adjective phrases is to modify noun or pronouns function in the same manner with both. Next. Types of adjective phrase. Attribute 1. Attribute adjective. Attribute adjective is adjective phrase that is used to describe a noun. Its position is placed before the noun that is being explained to form a noun phrase. The main characteristic of this adjective phrase is that it appears in the noun phrase. 2. Predicative adjective. Predicative adjective is an adjective phrase that functions as a predicate. Its position is after the linking verb and it does not function to describe a noun.
Okay, number 3, prepositional phrase as adjective phrase. Adjective phrase often come from the form of a prepositional phrase. As you know, a preposition is a word that describes the relationship of noun or pronoun to other words in a sentence. In other words, prepositional and adjective phrase have the same function to explain nouns and examples. She had extremely blue eyes. The adjective phrase describes the noun eyes. The adjective blue has the adjective phrase. Okay, next please. What is adverb phrase? Adverb phrase atau frasa adverbial adalah frasa yang berfungsi sebagai kata keterangan yang digunakan untuk menerangkan verb atau kata kerja. Adverbial is similar to adjective phrase in their structure, except that they have an adverb instead of an adjective as their head. Adverb phrases are used to explain verbs and adjectives. Therefore, adverbial phrases appear as constituents of verb phrases and adjective phrases. Next, please. Examples. Mika usually gets up early and very quickly. Okay.
Prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a phrase consisting of prepositions and followed by a prepositional complement, to, in, at, for, etc., which is normally added by a noun phrase. Greenbaum and Quick menyatakan bahwa the sequence of prepositions and their complement is known as a prepositional phrase, and its role is to act as a pause modifier in noun phrase structure. Example: the book on the bedroom floor is swollen from shower steam. Number 2. Contoh prepositional phrase-nya on the moon. On sebagai preposition, the sebagai determinant, moon sebagai noun. Next. Clause. 1. Independent clause. An independent clause is a clause that already has a complete idea, or can also be called as a complete sentence. An independent clause consists of a subject, a verb, and usually other components will form a complete thought. 2. Dependent clause. Dependent clause is a group of words that contain subject and verb but cannot express a complete thought. This happens because this English clause is preceded by a word, subordinator, which causes the meaning of the clause to hang so that it cannot stand alone as a sentence. Sentence pattern. In English syntax, there are 7 syntactic patterns. Not every pattern is needed to make a sentence, but to make a sentence. At least a sentence S and adverb P are needed. The other patterns are direct object O, indirect object EO, complement C, and adverbial A. Example: S plus V, James laughed. S plus V plus O, James cocked the ball. S plus V plus C, James is happy. S plus V plus C, James plays well. S plus V plus EO plus O, James plus marked the ball. S plus V plus O plus C, James got his shoes muddy. S plus V plus O plus A, James wrote his number on the card.
The next topic is about sentence structures. In English grammar, sentence structure is the arrangement of words, phrases, and clauses in one sentence. There are 4 types of sentence structures, but firstly we will explain about simple sentence. Simple sentence is a sentence that consists of just one independent clause. A simple sentence has no dependent clause. For example, Layla studied biology, Dan washed the dishes, Denise will buy a new coat. The second type is compound sentence. Compound sentence dapat diartikan sebagai kalimat majemuk. Compound sentences consist of 2 or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. Compound sentences can be arranged this way: first clause, conjunction, second clause. For example, the boy hit the ball and the ball flew out of the park. Contoh konjungsi yang dapat digunakan adalah or, so, for, and, but, nor, yet, however, therefore, nevertheless. The third type is complex sentence. Complex sentences consist of an independent clause and one or more dependent clauses joined by subordinating conjunction. Dependent clause can be divided into 3 types, and they are adverbial clause is a dependent clause that functions as an adverb. Adverbial clauses use a subordinate conjunction after, because, since, when, although, plus subject, plus verb, plus it can be formed in positive or negative sentence. Example, I will go to your house after I finish my lunch. I will go to your house is an independent clause. After I finish my lunch is an adverbial clause. The second type of adverbial phrase is adjective clause. Is an independent clause that modifies a noun or pronoun. Adjective clauses use relative pronouns who, which, whose, whom, that, or relative adverbs why, where, when, plus subject plus verb, or can be formed in positive or negative form. Example, I thank the woman who helped me. I thank the woman is an independent clause. Who helped me is an adjective clause. The third type is noun clause. Noun clause is a dependent clause that can replace any noun in a sentence, subject, object, or subject complement. Noun clauses use the question word if or whether, that, which, who, whom, whose. Example, I don't know whether or not he lives in Jakarta. I don't know is an independent clause. Whether or not he lives in Jakarta is a noun clause. The last type is compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentences consist of 2 or more independent clauses plus 1 or more dependent clauses. For the use of conjunctions, all the conjunctions in pattern 2 and 3 can be used for compound complex sentences. Example, because the dog started barking, the cat ran away, and I couldn't keep up, so I stopped.
Okay, presentation is complete. Our presenters are closed. Thank you